Watermelon is a juicy fruit, but do you know how to eat it without getting wet or sticky hands? Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Ruby Home. Summer is here, and you almost always see a few slices of bright red, sweet watermelon on every family's fruit plate. They are not only refreshing, but also a great source of energy. Ever since I discovered a few simple but clean and classy ways to cut watermelon, everything has changed. Today, I will show you how to cut watermelon beautifully, neatly, and conveniently, so you can enjoy it without worrying about sticky hands. Let's get started. Method 1. Cut into triangles. The first method is to cut into triangles. Very simple and extremely convenient. Start by cutting the watermelon in half horizontally. If it is a ripe watermelon, just use a knife to gently push the watermelon in half with a satisfying crack. So refreshing. Oh my gosh, the watermelon is so red. If you also want to choose a fresh and delicious watermelon like that, check out my channel, which also has a video sharing how to choose a delicious watermelon. This is the traditional way to cut a watermelon, but with a little skill, you will have attractive, interesting watermelon pieces that look like popsicles. Children will definitely love it. Next, cut the watermelon in half into evenly sized circles. Then, cut each circle into 6 to 8 equal triangles, depending on the size of the watermelon and your family's preferences. Next, to make it easier to hold and avoid sticking to your hands, use a knife to lightly slice the skin on both sides of each triangle, cutting off the excess skin. This creates a little built-in handle in the middle of each piece, like holding a cold, refreshing ice cream cone. It's neat, easy to eat, and you don't have to touch the juicy flesh with your fingers. Plus, this method keeps the juices from running down the table or onto your face. You can arrange these triangles neatly on a plate to serve guests or for kids to enjoy. No stickiness, just fun, neat slices that feel like eating a frozen treat. Simple, practical, and very eye-catching, don't you think? Method 2. Cut the melon into a grid. Simple, clean, and convenient for the family. We turn the remaining half of the melon face down on the cutting board. Use a knife to cut lengthwise into even strips. If you have small children at home, you can cut thinner slices so they can easily hold it without getting their faces dirty. Watermelon contains up to 92% water, which is ideal for hydrating and cooling on hot summer days. Watermelon is also low in calories, making it a great choice for older adults who are watching their weight. After cutting the lengthwise slices, flip them over and cut them crosswise to create small squares in a grid pattern. It looks complicated, but it's actually very quick and neat. No water spilling onto the cutting board, like when cutting the traditional way. The melon slices are even, and when eating, you just need to pull each piece out to fully enjoy its sweet flavor. This method is especially great for family meals or when entertaining guests. People can chat and enjoy the cool, sweet watermelon without any mess or interruption. When you serve a clean, square watermelon tray, your guests will surely be amazed at your craftsmanship. Method 3. Diced watermelon. Next, let's try a very neat and convenient way to cut watermelon into small cubes, just like diced fruit. Does anyone hear that and imagine tiny pieces? Well, not really. This new cutting method makes the watermelon pieces compact and easy to eat, and is especially useful when you want to enjoy each piece of watermelon without worrying about the juice leaking out or getting stuck to your hands. We use half a watermelon cut into 4 pieces. Next, carefully use a knife to cut diagonally and do the opposite on the other side. Then, cut the watermelon into small, equal-sized squares. To make the watermelon cubes more uniform and easier to handle, you can do as I did. Cut the surface of each slice diagonally. Watermelon is rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that protects the heart and skin and slows down the aging process. So ladies, don't miss out on this delicious summer fruit. A little tip: try to cut the watermelon into bite-sized pieces, not too big, so you can easily eat it with a fork or your fingers without worrying about the juice dripping everywhere. When you're done, you'll have clean, neatly cut watermelon cubes, perfectly arranged on a plate, ready for the whole family to enjoy without making a mess. This method is also great for when you have guests over or when serving kids. Method 4. Boat-shaped watermelon. This last method is perfect for when you have guests over or are hosting a small party, as it looks pretty and makes it easy for people to pick up with their hands or toothpicks. It's called a boat watermelon cut. First, slice the watermelon into crescent-shaped pieces, just like the method above. Then, gently separate the red flesh from the green rind, but be careful to keep the overall shape. Once separated, simply slice the flesh into thin, even slices. Finally, place the watermelon slices back onto the rind in their original position, arranging them in a staggered pattern to resemble small boats lined up in a row. When served on a plate, it looks absolutely stunning and appealing. Now it's time to enjoy the results. Fresh and sweet, it's delicious. And so that concludes the 4 ways I just shared to cut watermelon beautifully, cleanly, and conveniently. Each cutting method has its own convenience, suitable for different occasions, from cozy family meals to intimate gatherings. I hope these little tips will help you enjoy watermelon in a more fun, neat, and elegant way this summer. If you find this video useful, don't forget to click like and subscribe, share with your loved ones.